Today I'm going to talk about one belief, a belief you have to have if you're going to be a great shooter. This belief is something that needs to course through your bones, course through your blood, and of course, course through your brain. It has to be there. Every great shooter I have ever met has this belief, even if they haven't consciously said it to themselves. If I dig a little bit deeper, I find it there all the time. And the belief is this: I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. Now, why is that so vital to have? Well, if you believe you have superhuman hand-eye coordination, if you have faith that when something leaves your hand, it's going to go to where your eye is looking very precisely, if you can have that belief, then naturally you're going to shoot better. And you think, now wait, this is just some guy on the internet telling me I need to have a belief to shoot better. I'm not saying it's just that. I'm saying you need that along with thousands of reps. I always say, if you could take somebody's confidence, take Steph Curry's confidence, smash it on the ground, right? And see what it breaks into, how many pieces are in it. You'd see millions of repetitions, right? That's what confidence is, it's those reps. But you'd also find in there his belief. Now there's abstract beliefs that I can do anything I put my mind to. That's part of confidence. There's a belief that any situation I go in, I can handle. But there's also that belief there, if you're a great shooter, that I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. You know, in fact, Steph Curry's coach, I think his name's Frazier or something, or Phaser. Anyways, he had said, what makes Steph Curry unique? He said Steph Curry has superhuman hand-eye coordination. He can learn things faster than other guys and get it more in his bones before other guys. Now, the only difference between you and Steph Curry, in my opinion, is that belief, if you're putting in the reps. So when we start to rep and we have that belief that undergirds the repetitions, I've seen guys in the gym practice a lot. They don't have that belief that undergirds the repetitions, so they become great practice shooters. They can shoot when nobody's around, but they can't shoot great in a game. They shoot well at home, they don't shoot well on the road. If you have superhuman hand-eye coordination, where doesn't that work? Superman goes somewhere. He has the same strength everywhere except, you know, a few planets or whatever, Krypton. But anywhere Superman goes, his powers travel with him. So if you have superhuman hand-eye coordination, it doesn't matter if the rim's a little different, the arena's a little different, the ball's a little different, the net's a little different, the defenders are different. How does that impact the fact that you have superhuman hand-eye coordination? It doesn't impact it. Those beliefs come with you everywhere you go. We teach in the full program. Some guys get freaked out by different nets and different balls. I used to be that way when I was a shooter. Really messed me up. In fact, my senior year in high school, we went from playing with these hard leather basketballs to these soft Top Flight 1000s or whatever they're called. And it was the first year I had ever seen those. This was in 1998 or 99, and it messed me up. It took a very long time to get used to the soft ball compared to, like, we played with almost a hard leather NBA ball. It's all I ever practiced with. And it was a very hard transition for me to make. So I had to come up with a new belief that I can shoot with any ball, on any rim, any net, anywhere, anytime, right? That was a belief I started to develop in myself. And what trumps that belief even is I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. So I made the affirmation video a few videos ago. You can find it, I'll link it below. But I wanted to add this because I want you to understand why we're saying it. This isn't an ego trip. This isn't us building ourselves up. But if we have superhuman hand-eye coordination is really something that anybody can believe. And I guarantee if you go out and you start saying this to yourself and you really start feeling it, you start believing it, even when you're missing, keep saying, I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. Wait for your skill to, sometimes your belief is way up here in front and the skill's back a little bit. And it takes time for the skill to catch up with the belief. But what you don't know is that belief is pulling the skill forward. If you start saying, I have superhuman hand-eye coordination and feeling like you do, almost like you're a superhero when you shoot, I guarantee your shooting percentages are going to go up. First when you're practicing alone, then in pickup games, and then in real games. I stress again, that belief stays up top, even if your game's down. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're 0 for 5 in a game, you're 0 for 6. I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. I'm always in the zone, I'm always on fire. I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. Just keep believing that. You know, we always say, or a lot of self-help people say, if you can believe it, then you can achieve it. So much truth in that. There's so much truth in that. Now, some people are going to say, I won't believe it until I see it. Winners think, I start to believe and then I know I'll see the results. So even when I'm shooting around now, I go out on the court and I'll say, I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. I start doing this. I test everything on myself and then other people. And all of a sudden, I was hitting a lot more shots. And I'm a pretty good shooter. I was hitting a lot more shots. Just even doing like 100 3-pointers, I went from making 85 out of 100 up to like 95, 96. I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. Here's something else. I'm not a great golfer, but I started saying this and I went to golf. And I dropped 5 strokes off my game just by saying that over the course of a month playing with my dad. I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. I was hitting the ball so flush and pure. Just because of that belief, my skill said, oh, this is what we're aiming for. This is what we're capable of. So say that to yourself constantly. I have superhuman hand-eye coordination. Superhuman hand-eye coordination. It's really powerful. Okay, if you're into mental training, if you want to see how your mind can impact your game, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, you can get the full program. It's a real program that it'll revolutionize your game at basketballbrain.com. And also, I have another additional program called Killer Instinct. That's on my personal site, but you can buy it below at basketballbrain.com/Killer Instinct. That'll teach you how to be an animal on the court, an apex predator. It's really a neat program, and I've got a ton of positive feedback, so thank you so much, guys. Again, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Talk.